Today, we got a couple different things on the agenda. First, we got to unload that trailer that we had from fencing yesterday. Well, actually, first we got to feed Ralph. Then we got to unload that trailer, all the fencing stuff off it. Then we're going to work on a shed until the preg checking guy gets here. And then once he gets here, we got to preg check about 90 head of older cows that may have calves. Obviously, that's why we're preg checking them. We got to work on that shed though today as well. That might be the majority of this video. I'm not totally sure yet. We'll see as the day goes on. But first, we got to feed this calf, unload that trailer. So we're going to get to it. I think Dad's out checking some cows right now. He didn't take a camera with him. He always forgets to in the morning. So you're not gonna see any of that. My trick for this is I just turn it on now. I don't even let it get warm. I let it just kind of slowly warm up because the water's so hot that it's about perfect once you get to the level you want it. Because there's cold in right away and then it's super hot at the end. It's out to about money. You can always add more water to the bottle if you need to in the end. Here you go, boy. Get you some. Oh yeah. Ralphie's taking it down the freaking ash today. I don't know if we fully introduced you. That's Sparky, the older cow dog, and that's Millie, the younger one. But they're both learning together. They're still young. Sparky didn't grow up here with us, but Millie's been growing up ever since a puppy. We got Sparky when she was maybe a year old, or better, I don't know. That's it, Ralphie. Have a good day, buddy. See you. If you guys haven't already, go down below, hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned to watch all the calves grow up this year, and just to stay tuned for my dad and I's ranching adventures. I'm sure there'll be a lot of new characters in here at different points, and we may even film some mic'd up cattle working videos, which would get out of hand in a hurry. Well, we'd have to edit them a lot, let's just put it that way. But I think it's time for an epic trailer unloading montage. Time to keep working on this fuel shed. There was an old garage here at one point on this cement slab. Yeah, we want to move in a few more fuel barrels so we can have all the fuels here. Regular diesel, regular gas, and then dyed diesel as well. So that way we can have everything here, and I think we're going to line them up against this wall in here, have them so they have a longer hose at the back and then you just run it out the door here. We'll also be able to store some fencing stuff in here, lawnmower, probably a four-wheeler too. It's not going to be insulated or heated or nothing, but it'll be good to keep all this stuff out of the rain and keep the motors and the pumps for the fuel tanks out of the rain too. So we're gonna get to tinning this thing. We'll get you an action cam just in case you go down. Let's bagel.
Toss me an apron, let's bagel.
First side done, go down with your backside, then this comes up. There you go, push. Two more sheets, this one and one more.
We got the freaking roof done. Finally, we've been at this shed for a couple weeks now, off and on. We only do it a couple hours whenever we get to it. We're doing the rest of this side. We're gonna do this side today or not?
Yeah,
we're gonna tin all day until someone tells us it's time to preg check the cows. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these epic baggling montages. It's probably time for a Mountain Dew. Diet Mountain Dew Power Up.
Hunting Sodak doesn't have a sponsor, but I do here at Ranching Sodak. Sponsor me, Mountain Dew. Open your gullet, Phyllis, and take it in.
That's okay. Maybe I'll hit up Coca-Cola. halfway done with that. We're gonna take a quick food intermission. Time to eat some lunch. So we're gonna be back out there. I'm hoping we can get all the tin on today. Definitely possible. We'll just have to see what time the preg checking man gets here. Hopefully he does get here today so we can get a little of that. Yummy. We just ate some delicious lunch. Now we're gonna keep working on this building. Finally done with that side. Well, it's already 5 o'clock, so it's probably time for a Mountain Dew.
I'm gonna have a Dylan Mulvaney non-alcoholic Bud Zero. Well, if a queer guy's drinking heavy, regular Bud Light, alcoholic, the opposite of that would be non-alcoholic, so that would mean I'm a straight man. Bud Zero. Down the freaking gullet, Phyllis. Open your gullet.
That Mountain Dew power up.
That's good.
Let's crack this sucker open. Down the freaking edge. That's good. Well, folks, we've had enough for the day. It's like 7 o'clock. We're calling her good. Dad's gonna take you out and check some cows here, though. Probably show you a few baby calfies, and then that's gonna be it for the day. Almost got her done, though. All we gotta do is tin the front side now, finish trimming it up, tin it, and then throw a garage door in here. Pretty much have her whipped then. Gotta get her done before Ellie's graduation here in a week. He'll take you out in the cows, so you'll see you then.
Let's go out and check some cows here. Super nice today. I got mid-70s. We just started calving. A couple, 3 days ago was the due date. It looked like this morning when I drove through there, it looked like maybe we got a dozen calves last night or 10 or something. So kind of drive through them here as long as they're close to home, see anything happening, and go from there. This is fence line feeding system. I didn't get to use it this year. We just did it last year. But anyways, welded some gates on the end. I think it's gonna work pretty slick. This is real high on a hill. We scraped down to the clay. I put a gravel road along here. Got 500 and some feet of feed through panels. Typically we wean our calves and background them for like 60 days, but this year with the snow we sold them right off the cow. Anyways, we got a bunch of heifers out here, and we'll see what's happening. It's funny how when these heifers first calve out here on their own, and they'll walk away from their calf, you know, they really don't know what to do. But then, so like this cow here, she didn't even want her calf hardly. Now you come out here and they really mother up if you leave them alone. If you leave them alone, they just really mother up. I got this dog with me too. I like to let a dog run around here a little bit. That always kind of triggers their instinct to mother up. So they're out. This is an alfalfa orchard grass hay field. I kind of cut it one time a year. We let them graze it, you know, until we go to some pasture or whatever. But there's still the bales left over from last year. That second crop, I just dropped them where I baled, and then all the first cutting is over on this hill over there. When the first one to have a calf, they're all like, you know, they want to be with the herd. They don't really know what's going on. After you get to be a third have calves, then they kind of create their own little community. Then they really start to mother up and start to work as a group and protect their calves and really work as mothers, you know. So I don't see nothing happening right now. A couple of them twitching their tails, look like they're, you know, whatever, getting a little uncomfortable, but nobody's in labor right now that I saw. So this group here is that second cut of cattle, not old like we don't want them, but they were just not all young. There you see a little guy. All of our main herd cows are bred to Japanese bulls this year. Going to a feedlot to all be finished, and they'll go overseas. Wagyu beef, F1 crosses. They're commercial cows and then bred with purebred Japanese bulls. We typically preg. This year we didn't get them preg checked because the winter was too rough. We don't tag, so we were sorting into our groups that are going to stay. So we got groups of 150 is what I like to do. That way I can work those calves in one day. But that's as close as I get to my cows when they got a baby calf anymore. I do not tag. And when you quit tagging for a few years, these cows, I don't want to say they're mean, but these cows definitely get mothered up. They're not barn cows anymore when they're handled like a heifer being handled when she's in a barn and really gentle and stuff. Quit tagging for 3, 4, 5 years, them cows get awful mean. And like I say, when I say mean, I don't mean mean. They get awful protective and they get awful mothery, cowy. Just how I like them. They're fine to handle. You watch the sort. We sorted everything. There wasn't one cow, maybe 1 or 2 cows that looked at us sideways going out the gate, you know, to handle them that way. But boy, when they have a calf, it's full alert, and that's just how I want it. Water's full, float's working. Oh, did I interrupt your scratching? Go ahead, rub away. Freaking grass and stuff is so tall, there's a half a chance to run a calf over, which would be very pointless to be out here just snooping and kill a calf because you're driving around. Uh-oh. Definitely don't want to walk. That's Ralphie's twin right there. That was the first 2 calves born. She's over here in the young group. In the young group, she's a 7 number, so she's young. There's another 7 number. She's young. Cows look really good after, you know, they've only had their calves off them for 6 weeks. Their last year's calves only been off them for 6 weeks. But we've had weather on our side now, and we got food. We got grass on our side. I think these cows are just in great shape now. I mean, call them 5s, 4.5 to 6s body scores, some 7s, you know, some of them ones that don't milk or the calves were weaned. I did wean some, but it's only going to get better. You know, we're going to get the greener grass every day, so it'll be good. Oh, hang on. Cover that little rock there. Here's a real new one, still eating the afterbirth. Well, I thought there was a couple reasons why they ate their placenta or their afterbirth. You can sure leave in the comments if you know or want to Google it, but I thought it was partly for a nutrient or mineral. Chewing on it. They gnaw that thing down, man. Full of minerals that they wanted that back in them. And the other thing was, of course, for predators. You know, I think that was an instinctual thing to clean up that stuff, but I'm not sure. He's getting up. I don't know, maybe he hasn't even been up yet, of course. Oh, it's hard to say. Pretty good sized calf, that one. Leave them alone. There's nothing for us to do with them. Part of it, you know, everybody locks their cows up so they can quote unquote help them if they need it, but it's like there's only going to be 1%, 1 or 1.5% that's going to need help. So I always thought, why do you want to torture 98.5 to 99% of your cows by locking them up and keeping them tight so you can watch and try to save that 1% or that 1.5%. And then the other thing I've noticed is once you go to calving more when the weather's good, and you give them a month of exercise, a month of grazing before they start calving, that totally changes your backwards calves and your abnormal presentations. It just almost eliminates it if you can give them 1 month of grazing and 1 month of natural movement, walking a lot, laying down, up and down, and not, you know, huddled up by a windbreak or something, being uncomfortable. It's crazy. I mean, we still might get it backwards calves. I mean, we don't find them. I mean, they're dead if they are. Usually, once in a while, they can have a dead backwards calf. It almost disappears, your abnormal presentation, if you start calving a month after the weather gets good, wherever your situation is.